I feel like you throw me in the deep end again.
Why is that?
With all of these strong horses.
I mean, I don't want to be buried alone.
Make sure I charge my Garmin, make sure I've charged my lights. Make sure we get those bars in 10 miles and I'll be more than starving. Nothing compares to the thrill, under-prepared for the hills. I used to get wheels on air, now I put air in my wheels. Change that tune, train and cruise, chains been lubed, pace and move. Strava stats give man a heart attack, but then my pace improves. Bars and cadence are strong, now my legs up, my cadence are long. It's about time we do this, it's the cycling Tattooist.
What is up, guys? If you're new here, then welcome to the channel, and if you're a regular, then welcome back. Now, long-time subscribers of the channel may remember about a year ago I embarked on my first proper gravel adventure, and to say that I struggled on that adventure might be a bit of an understatement.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not enjoying this much. The only time I'm really enjoying it is when I stop. Anytime I'm actually riding, yeah, not having fun.
Nevertheless, I decided to put that trauma behind me and give gravel another go. I'm not really sure that was a good idea. We had begun the ride bright and early, the sun had just rose, and it was a fantastic morning here in Lisbon. Things started off on some beautiful bridle path kind of tracks with some of that hard-packed, smooth gravel to ease me in. This wasn't part of the main route that we had planned for today. This was just some extras on the way to meet some guys ready for the main event.
So as you can see, we have met up with quite a large bunch of riders. To say that I'm myself would be an understatement. Oh dear, what have I got myself into? But yes, today I'm giving gravel another go. We're gonna see if I can enjoy myself this time. I've got a sneaky suspicion though, David has thrown me in the deep end yet again, because well, apparently some of these guys are pretty spicy, so I guess we'll see how that goes. Please wish me all the luck that you can, because I'm certainly going to need it. I feel like you've thrown me in the deep end again.
Why is that?
With all of these strong horses.
I mean, I don't want to be buried alone. I take someone with me.
Yeah.
I very quickly realized that this wasn't going to be your average gravel ride, and it certainly wasn't going to be that hard-packed, smooth gravel for the entirety of the ride. To say that it was mixed terrain would be selling it a little bit short. It really did have a bit of everything, and we wasn't even that far in yet. Little did I know there was a lot more to come, and just as I had expected, the pace had started out pretty rapid.
Right, so we're about 40 kilometers into this one now, and as you can tell by me being out of breath already, things have certainly been spicy. We've been averaging about 30 kilometers an hour at the moment. I'm just praying that that's gonna back off a little bit.
Good?
Yeah, man.
Is it fun after all?
Still here. Huh? Still here at the moment. Bit of hiker bike section. I think my cyclocross dismount and remount needs a bit of mastering, but I'm through that sector. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fun.
What?
It's fun.
Say that again?
For now, anyway. I give David his dues. He has been trying to get me back out on a gravel bike for quite some time now. He's got his way, and I am. Yeah, and I am smiling right now. So.
So knows maybe a Christmas adventure is coming.
Oh, I think it's a bit too soon to talk about that. Today I am on this absolutely beautiful loaner bike. First impressions are it rides like an absolute dream, but I'll give my final thoughts on it later after I've given it a good thrashing. It's definitely going to get put through its paces today, as am I.
This is a Giant Revolt, the gravel dedicated bike from Giant. This is the model year 24. It's a custom made by us, so it's not available in the lineup from the last year. The group set is a GRX Di2, the last one with 12 speeds. KDEX wheel set dedicated for gravel too in this bike with 25 millimeters in the rims. KDEX seat post, KDEX handlebar and KDEX stem. It's a light bike, good for good days of gravel. In the handlebar we have the plugs for the punctures. It's a Giant tools too. We have here the mini tool with all the little tools we need in some problems we can have. It's a good bike. We have good bikes in the market, and this is one of the best bikes for gravel. We can put some big tires in this bike, but this is 40 millimeters.
What size can you go up to?
I think 50.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think 50.
So you said the paint job, you can't buy that?
Yeah.
No,
no. You can buy that. It was a paint we decided to do in this frame.
Yeah.
Inspired in my mountain bike and in my road bike.
Nice.
It's a mix from the two paint jobs.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a quite nice.
And you
bike.
painted it yourself, you said?
Yeah, it was me. Before I have the bike shop, one of the works I've done was painting bike frames, and I don't have time to do it at all. But sometimes I have
special occasions.
Special occasions for me, yeah. That's it.
That's a beautiful bike.
Yeah.
Things weren't letting up, the pace was still rather high, well, for me at least, and the terrain hadn't got any easier either. We had just hit a pretty tough section through a farmer's field where it was even a bit of a struggle just to keep the bike upright. But nevertheless, at this point, I was definitely still enjoying myself.
Still having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. We are 60 kilometers in. We just stopped for a really quick calf stop. Just enough time to chuck a espresso down my neck. And now we're, I would usually say back on the road, but I don't think that saying applies to gravel. What do you say? Back on the gravel? Doesn't sound right, does it? We're about halfway into today's planned route. So if you're any good at maths, yep, today's ride is going to be about 120k, which you might argue is a little bit much for my first time back on gravel in nearly a year. The pace has subsided a little bit. We are currently averaging 28.2 kilometers an hour, which is just fast enough for me. Annoyingly, the mount on this bike is, well, it doesn't match up with my computer, so this is staying in my pocket, and I'm having to do this ride completely blind. I never like to make things easy for myself, do I? Let's face it. Let's crack out the second half of this ride.
It was clear straight away on the return leg that things were definitely not going to get any easier. A few of the guys had decided they wanted to put in a proper effort on one of the segments, so things were taken up a notch, and I was doing absolutely everything I could to hang in there with them. I mean, I couldn't possibly go down without a fight.
I think spicy is underselling it a little bit, to be honest. If that was on the curry chart, that would have been a vindaloo.
Now there's a little stretch abroad.
Yeah.
And then there's a really funny part.
A really funny part?
Fun.
Ah. We're 82 kilometers in now, and my hopes of the pace dropping have long gone, because the pace has actually increased. Currently averaging 29k an hour, and doesn't look like it's going to die off. Woo!
See, here's the thing. I was definitely enjoying myself, don't get me wrong, but what you've got to remember is I am and will always be a BMXer at heart. My personal opinion is that the level of enjoyment isn't even comparable. I do my training out on the road bike to get out there and enjoy nature and to get a great level of fitness. And then when it comes to the BMX, well,
This is more my kind of fun.
maybe people think that gravel is fun when really they've just never ridden a BMX.
Now comes a really fun part.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, not this time.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, you heard it from David. Apparently the next bit is the really fun part. Let's see what we have in store. Yeah, the little jumps were fun.
I told you.
Regardless of maybe not enjoying the ride quite as much as I'd hoped, I did still have a great day out. It was really good to push myself out of my comfort zone and get stuck in to such a challenging ride. The ride ended up being a grand total of 137 kilometers, done in a time of 4 hours, 43 minutes, which equates to an average speed of 29 kilometers an hour. I'd say that's a pretty decent ride for what was probably my 5th ever day out on the gravel bike. A massive thank you to David and the guys for inviting me along. Maybe once I'm over the trauma of this ride, then I'll dare to join you again. Also, a huge thanks to Bruno from ATX Cycling Store for lending me his beautiful bike. It handled incredibly and it definitely helped me get around that tough route. Having a bike that was light, responsive and well set up really helped me to keep up with the big boys on that ride. Anyways, it will certainly be a while, but let's see in the future if I decide to give gravel another go. At the minute, I'm undecided. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.